Romeo and Juliet, Wurzel Gummidge and Aunt Sally, Sergey and Alexander, Big Jody and Tiny ALLIE. Who knows just how the stars align, how strangers exchange hearts, what makes two people fall in love, or how their story starts. Whilst out one night with colleagues on a warm September night, a friend swiped ALLIE's Tinder, missing left and hitting right. She was merely comparing the market, but Jody shouted out with glee, "It's Little Red from marketing, let's meet on platform 3. He wooed her with his barbecues through sunshine, wind and rain, and she broke the news to her parents whilst they were drunk on a moving train. Initially, they were quite concerned and prayed it was a joke, but eventually, when they met him, were relieved he was a bloke. Several hot dates later, involving food and G&T, fast forward to a dog, a house, the white horse and one knee. The wedding plans were underway, around the world they went, 5 years searching for a venue and ending here in Kent. We didn't want to go to France, to Greece or USA. We'd much prefer the glamping on this your wedding day. We'll just enjoy the carousel, the food, the drink and laughter as we celebrate your marriage and your happy ever after. If Nan and Grandad could see you, and I truly believe they can, I know they'd have your blessing as you stand beside your man. So as I bring this to a close, one question in this rhyme. Any chance of a little Oleg in roughly 9 months' time?
So flash forward to now, and there are so many more things that I've got to learn about her. How deeply she cares for the people she loves. Like how determined she is to make things happen. And just how much thought she just puts into everything. I mean, I generally don't know how she does it. There is one thing I do know. There's not one thing in our lives that isn't better for her presence. I know most of us worry about the future, because it genuinely can be quite uncertain. But selfishly, I don't, because she'll be there. And I know a lot of people talk about their wedding day as being the best days of their lives. And this is a day I will absolutely cherish, but I just cannot wait for what's next.
The personal promises you are about to exchange serve as a declaration of the love you have for each other. It is not just the words you speak today which will unite you, but the sense of love and devotion that you feel within your hearts. Jody, do you take ALLIE to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to not only be her husband, but her best friend, to be loving and faithful to ALLIE for the rest of your life?
I do.
ALLIE, do you take Jody to be your lawful wedded husband? Do you promise to not only be his wife, but also his best friend, to be loving and faithful to Jody for the rest of your life?
I do.
So I thought a lot about how my life has changed since we've been together. How rare it is for a person to come into your life and shake things up so thoroughly. To show you a depth of love that was so unexpected. To stand up to you in ways that no one else ever has. To adore you, yet challenge you. to be better and do better. The words don't exist that can explain how much you mean to me, or do justice to just how amazingly you are. But to put it simply, you're the one that I never want to be without, and the one that I never want to stop making memories with. And to that end, I thought of a few promises I intend to keep. I promise that you will always be more than enough and more than I deserve. I promise never to take you for granted and always to be there for you in every situation. I promise to say yes to every crazy adventure and always carry the bags. And I promise if you continue to be the life of the party, I'll make sure you always get home safe. I love you.
Over the past 7 years, we've built a foundation of a loving relationship that I know will stand up to the test of time. Together, we've embarked on amazing adventures and overcome seemingly insurmountable changes. And it's for that I stand here today knowing that nothing can rock us. We've been through the good, the bad and the ugly, and we've made it through. We've grown as people, and I love you. I love the person you have become even more than the man that I met. I'm so proud how much you and I have accomplished over the past few years, and I'm certain none of it could have been possible without the invaluable support and encouragement that we provide each other. As your life partner, I promise to support you in all of your personal and professional pursuits, and I'll always be your biggest cheerleader. I promise to love you when life seems easy and when it seems hard. I promise to love you even though sometimes I may not like you. I promise that I will continue to dedicate all of my life to filling our days with adventure, laughter and crazy times. I promise to always remember that you are indeed human and acknowledge and accept your faults and strengths as you do mine. And with my whole heart, I take you as my husband and Amelia as my stepdaughter, forever and always.
Jody, please say to your bride, Alice, I, Jody John William Carson,
I, Jody John William Carson,
take you,
Alice Duggan,
to be my wedded wife. Alice, please say these words to your groom, Jody. I, Alice Duggan, take you, Jody John William Carson, to be my wedded husband. Jody, please take that lovely ring and place it on the third finger of Allie's left hand. With this ring, I join my life with yours. Today our journey begins. Please wear it as a symbol of our love and a reminder of the promises we have both made here today.
With this ring,
I join my life with yours. Today our journey begins. Please wear it as a symbol of our love and a reminder of the promises we have both made here today. Jody and ALLIE, you have given your marriage vows and promises to each other in front of everyone here, and it is indeed my great pleasure to say you are now married. Jody, would you like to give your bride a very long kiss?
last few years I've got to know Jody very, very well, and I'm hugely impressed by the man. His sincerity and his thoughtfulness towards everyone in the family is an absolute example. He's also an incredibly dedicated father to Amelia, which speaks volumes about his character and the nature of the man. I'm truly very honoured to have him as my son-in-law, and I know he'll do everything possible to make ALLIE happy. Before I take a seat, I just would like to take a minute to express how much ALLIE means to myself and Carol. And her happiness has always been our main priority since the day she was born. She's always been quite a serious and sober character, except for when she's being a party girl and getting completely wasted. So yes, she is definitely a character of stark contrast. But the lady I know is the one who always puts her best in everything she does. The one who's always willing to put in huge effort to produce the best outcome. She cares hugely about her friends and family and will always make personal sacrifice to make sure they're happy. Undoubtedly, my favourite thing is how we talk about anything and everything that's important in her life. We can talk for hours about her concerns and her professional goals and plans for the future, and I get more joy from this she'll ever know. I always enjoy listening to her success stories and still feel the pain when she's been hurt or disappointed by other things in her life. She always has a habit of surprising me with her knowledge and attitude. And as she's grown older, I'm more and more impressed by the person she has become. My greatest pleasure, though, is if I can make her laugh or smile at, and this still gives me the warmest feeling every time this happens. Although some of my dad jokes don't always hit the mark. I can't tell you how proud I am to be your father, and I know whatever decisions you make in your life, in the words of Brittany, this girl will always find her way.
Jody's success is fully deserved. He has a rare gift. He works in IT and knows how computers work, but he knows how humans work too. Jody's a natural leader. The best leaders don't have to spur you along. They convince you that their direction is where you want to go too. Though I'm not sure how many colleagues you could sign up to a 15k muddy obstacle course. ALLIE must know by now that she's not signed up for a life with Mr. Dull and predictable. Jody is definitely someone who grabs life with both hands, and he's clearly found someone similar in ALLIE. I always find Jody is the most interesting person in any room, and I suspect I'm not the only one here who feels that way. My wife Emma always says he's a great influence on me, and I know she's right. He's an amazing father and a great role model. His advice is as welcome as invariably sound, and I truly value him as a friend. So ALLIE, I think it's only fair to say that you've got a good one here, and Jody, I'm genuinely honoured to be your best man today.
When it comes to weddings or big occasions in your life, it starts to make you think of the people that can't be with you here today. Now, me and ALLIE had two of the best role models you could ever wish for in your life, my nan and my granddad. So if anybody in the room had the pleasure of knowing these two people, you will know how truly and madly in love they were with each other. But they really set the example of how a marriage should be for not only myself, but for my sister, my mum, my dad, cousins, aunties, and uncles. First is, all you need to do is you don't need to go to fancy restaurants or bars. A dance around your living room or even around Cheam Social Club is more than enough as long as you're together. If you fill your house full of love and family, it will always make for a happy home. And then when times get really, really tough, you stand by each other and you make those sacrifices. So ALLIE and Jody, if you can bring any of those lessons into your marriage, you'll be sure to have a long and happy marriage. And seeing how you and Jody are together, I can already see that you're on the right tracks. I know Nan and Grandad would be so proud of you here today, and I'm sure they're looking down on us right now. Firstly, Jody. As a sister, you're always going to have your initial reservations about your new sister's partner.
especially when you thought they were a woman to begin with. But the level of respect and care that you show my sister, from championing on her achievements, dealing with some of her outrageous requests, and just embracing the family the way that you have, I genuinely could not ask for a better brother-in-law, and I am honestly so thankful to have you in our family. So cheers to Jody. And finally, my sister. So if you are lucky enough to have my sister in your life, you will know how truly blessed you are. She is genuinely one of the most caring and devoted people that I have ever met, and would honestly move mountains for the people that she cares about. If I turn out to be half the woman that you are today, I will count myself extremely, extremely lucky. But like I always say, sisters by blood, but best friends by choice, and I am so, so thankful to have you in my life. And I'm so thankful that you picked me today to be your maid of honour and to be with you, stood by your side on your biggest day of all. So the pair of you are lucky to have found each other, and if this is just the beginning of your journey together, I'm so excited to see where this goes. It started with a super like on Tinder, a true modern romance, and now look at you now.